Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about color mixing and primary and secondary colors. So if you didn't watch the video with the color mixing song, I have that linked in the description box below, so you can check that out and then come back and watch this video. First, let's talk about primary and secondary colors. So primary colors, secondary colors. Primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Primary colors are colors that you cannot mix to make. So there are no colors that I can mix to make blue. There are no colors that I can mix to make red. And no colors I can mix to make yellow. We used our primary colors to make all the other colors. So I'm going to put my primary colors with my secondary colors. Secondary colors are the colors that we make by mixing the primary colors. So if I mix red and blue, I get purple. If I mix blue and yellow, I'm going to get green. And if I mix red and yellow, I'm going to get orange. When we put all these together, we have a color wheel. So my primary colors, blue, yellow, and red, are going to be what you mix to make my secondary colors. So, can I mix two colors and make the color blue? No, because it's a primary color. All right, and we're going to get started with our color mixing today. So I'm going to leave this right here so that we can kind of look at this to help us out while we're doing our color mixing. I'm going to be using different art materials to mix and make the different colors. So we're going to start with colored pencil. And I have my three primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. And I'm going to mix those to make my secondary colors. So we're going to start with blue and red. So if I'm going to put blue here. And red right beside it. And then I'm going to mix them right next to it to see what color it makes. So if I put blue and red on top of each other, I get purple. Okay, so now I'm going to mix red with yellow. So I'm going to put a red spot right here and a yellow spot right next to it. Then I'm going to mix the colors together. So I'm going to do another red, and then I'm going to do yellow right on top of it, not beside it. Okay, and now I have kind of an orange color. And finally, my last one, I'm going to mix yellow with blue. So I'm going to put blue right here. I'm going to put yellow right next to it. I'm going to do blue again. It's kind of like a pattern when I start. Blue, yellow, blue. But then I'm going to put yellow right on top of this last one. And I'm going to get green. Okay, so now when we're using different art materials because they're all going to make different kinds of colors. So this is what our colored pencils make. Now I'm going to use markers. So we're going to start. I'm going to use a red marker. And then I'm going to use a yellow marker because red and yellow are my primary colors. Ooh, that yellow marker is getting a little low. Okay, so that yellow marker didn't work. So we're going to go over it with it. There we go. And then we're going to go right on top of that with the yellow. Now, that doesn't make that orange, but it looks different than the red. It's a little bit more orange, right? So next we're going to do red and blue. So I'm going to start. I'm going to do a spot of red, spot of blue, and then we're going to do red again and blue on top of that. Now that is really dark. Markers, when you mix colors, they might come out with some interesting colors because they're a different material. If I use a different blue, that might look more purple. It just depends on the colors that you use, right? So now I'm going to do my last combination, which is going to be yellow and blue. I'm going to start with yellow because we do not want to color yellow on top of the blue because it will ruin your yellow marker. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to start with yellow. I'm going to color a nice spot of yellow. And then I'm going to do blue right next to that. And then we're going to put more yellow. And then we'll do blue right on top of that. And we'll see if we get green or if we're just going to get a different kind of blue. So it's still very blue, but we can tell that this is more green than this one because of the yellow and the blue mixing. All right, next we're going to do crayons. So I'm going to start with my blue and my red. I'm going to do a spot of blue, spot of red, blue next to the red, and a red on top of the blue. And that gives me kind of a purple color. Then I'm going to do red and yellow. So I'm going to do some red, the yellow next to the red, more red, and yellow on top. And we'll see if we can change that color. All right. Still looks kind of red though. A little bit more orange than this red. It's very hard to mix colors with color pencils, markers, and crayons. Paint is where you can mix the colors the best, but they still do mix when you use these other materials. Our last one is going to be yellow and blue. So I'm going to start with my yellow. I'm going to do blue. Some more yellow, and then blue right on top of that yellow. Oh, I think that one worked best. What do you think? That's definitely green. All right. Last but not least, I'm going to be doing some paint. So we're going to do the same thing we just did. I'm going to start with red. So I'm going to put a red dot. And I'm going to get some yellow. I'm going to put a yellow dot. Now, just like when we're painting in school, we are not going to mix the color in here. We're going to mix it on our paper. So I'm going to get some red. Make sure I have lots of water. The more water, the better it's going to mix. I'm going to rinse my brush, and then I'm going to get some yellow, and I'm going to mix that with the red right here. And that's going to make a nice orange color. All right, next we are going to do red and blue. So I'm going to get some more red, make sure I have lots of water in there. I got my red. I'm going to rinse my brush, get my blue, put my blue dot there. I'm going to get some more blue, put another blue dot, make sure there's lots of water. I see lots of water. Rinse my brush again because I don't want to mess up my paint. Get that red and mix it on my paper, and look, it's turning purple. So my primary red, my primary blue turned into my secondary purple. I'm going to mix my yellow and my blue. I'm going to start with yellow because I don't want the blue to mess up my yellow. So I'm going to make a nice dot of yellow here. Rinse my brush. Get my blue, dot of blue. Gonna get more blue and make my another dot of blue. Rinse, yellow, mix that right on the paper, and I get green. All right, so now it's your turn to mix your colors. So you're gonna start with your primary colors. You're gonna get red, yellow, and blue using any material that you can find. And then you're going to mix to make your secondary colors purple, orange, and green. So we're going to go over that. Primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. My secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. And we get those by mixing the primaries. So my red and blue is going to make purple. My blue and yellow is going to make green. And my red and yellow is going to make orange.